And that was a great match, and as we heard, he has still one more game, so he can be first after the group stage. For now, let's see the standings for now. August Rosenmeier, 18 points, the one only defeat against Sean Allen. He drew another game, so only 17 points for now, but he's still the favorite to get directly to the semi-finals.
Very, very interesting. It could pan out to be a last few moments of the tournament for day one if Aggie doesn't shake off that loss very quickly and go into his next match. I'm not exactly sure who he's playing in that final match. We'll have to find out what that is, but it could be a very big game, especially since Sean Allen's got the better goal difference so far in his game.
And from my side, I'm really happy that Michał Sroka from the local team Legia Warsaw, he won his first game, so he won't be, hopefully, he won't be the last one in this tournament.
I'm also happy my two mates, my lads,
your lads,
have managed to get themselves in good positions, and right now Kieran Brown needs to keep himself in it. I think it's a must-win game, his next matchup, whatever it might be. But we are actually going to see Francisco Cruz, who's someone who can potentially upset that positioning for Kieran, playing on the main stage. He's actually playing against Wieland from Ajax. And we've also got Nathan from Monaco, who could... That's really interesting, actually.
We still...
Wasn't he? He was 2-0 at one point.
Yes, he was, but in the end, probably, maybe it's not like you said that he can practice some tactics. Maybe it was his decision to do it because he needed some points. For now, it's still possible that any of those 3-4 players can fight for the quarter-finals. And on the main stage, we see Francisco Cruz and Cohen Wayland.
I'm baffled by that, to be 2-0, looking very much in command. As soon as he loses to Aggie, it's gone all downhill. He's 3-1-3.
Remember that the second game he played against Legia Warsaw, so underdog, it was easy game. Maybe the first one he played against Ajax Amsterdam, so he had a very easy start for him. As we see now, both Ajax and Legia are on the bottom of the league. And now we will see Francisco against Cohen, so Sporting Clube de Portugal against AFC Ajax. And that's a very important game for Francisco. He told me today that he wants to get promoted. It doesn't matter if it's directly to the semis or quarterfinals, but he doesn't want to lose after the first game. And if he wins against Ajax, he will be really close to do so.
We'll see how that works out. Obviously, Wieland saying that he was he felt like he was hard done by today because he felt like he had a lot of possession, more than some of his opponents. Felt like he had the opportunities, just got unlucky with some of the cards that were dealt with him. And he was saying that, you know, he plays on PlayStation 4 and the game feels a bit different, like you can switch players differently. And he was saying, "Oh, I'm not making excuses, but you know, they switch players."
As a good
sounds like excuses.
That's a good excuse. Yes, that's a good excuse. But still, after it was 7 games, he lost 6 of them. Maybe he should perform that just a little bit better. Come on, he's a 4 times Dutch champion.
It sounds a bit like me when I play FIFA. I'm like, no, I'm not bad at the game. I'm just really unlucky, and everyone's very fortunate. It's like, well, at some point, you probably have to say, you can't be unfortunate all the time.
Yeah, or he could say, it's not my fault, it's FIFA's fault. FIFA cheated on me, right? He could say that. I mean, we'll see what he can show us in the next game. Francisco Cruz, today he's not in the best shape as when he
still got the chance to qualify
FIFA Interactive World Cup as the youngest world champion, but he needs to win this game in order to still fight for qualification. And hopefully for him, that will be easier game than the other that he had to lose or drew earlier. He had a very good start with the opening game against Legia Warsaw, but it seems that it was just the easiest game for him today.
It is interesting watching them try and communicate across the stage without using words. We've got Wieland who's both looking away at different times and both talking to each other as they set their game up. I think they finally managed to get things sorted. They are, although I think they were just both in the same lobby, but they might be resetting things quickly to get stuff sorted out.
So 4-3-3 for Ajax. At least for now, we will see what he is going to change. But as far as I remember, he played this tactic 4-3-3, but he wasn't using wings at all. He tried to go via mid.
No, so he did use the wings a fair bit, but he would kind of like, if he got up the wing and he had the chance, he put it across, which is it's fair enough when you're playing with wing play. But what he would do is he'd kind of get up the wing, and then he'd cut back, and then he'd sit in the middle with the ball, and he started passing quickly around the middle, which really, if you're doing that, you might as well play a central formation and give yourself an opportunity to actually be able to pass it. Or if you want to keep the width, you know, maybe go with something like a 4-1-2-1-2 wide, or maybe a 4-2-3-1. At least give yourself the option to go wide and bring the ball back inside. Maybe if you play someone like Wayne Rooney, a CDM who can actually push forward for you, who's got that high attacking work rate, get yourself up the pitch and give you an extra man to work with in the middle. But he switched from the false 9 4-3-3 to the attacking 4-3-3, which immediately got him a goal once he did that. And then it kind of stalemated a bit. Then he switched to a 4-3-1-2. It looked a little bit more comfortable in that formation, so I'll be interested to see if he sticks with his false 9 or if he decides to switch up quickly to a different formation.
Suarez, Di Maria, Neymar, Modric, Matuidi, Vidal, Neuer on the goal. I'm looking forward to see Backlund again. That would be an interesting game. Or we need to ask who played with Backlund.
I can't remember who it was.
Because we need to ask why he picked him, not De Gea.
If you're listening out there, if you know why he picked Jack Butland. Maybe Jack Butland's just insane, I don't know it, because he wasn't very great for me.
Maybe there's a bug that makes him like the player with the biggest statistics, like 99 everywhere.
Like David De Gea. I mean, David De Gea, he's not the biggest physically. He's not like a big guy. He's a decently sized goalkeeper, but he's not like, I don't know, Petr Cech size,
right?
If that makes sense. So maybe he's thinking the size of David De Gea is not really what I want. But I've seen him used quite a few times already this weekend. He's 90 rated for a reason. So I just don't know why you would go with Jack Butland, who's 82 rated or something, 82 to 84, something along those lines.
So yes, we saw a change on the CDM.
Okay, interesting. We've got Kante, Matuidi sitting in this 4-2-3-1. We've got Pogba playing behind Griezmann, Martial and Bale on the wings. I would actually probably put Bale up top instead.
Okay, so the next game is just started. Sporting Club de Portugal against Ajax Amsterdam. Kansas.
Just thinking about this actually. I think when we first saw Francisco come onto the main stage in our first game, this is actually the kind of formation and layout I expected him to go with. Kante, Matuidi sitting in front of the defence and then playing, well, I expected it to be Griezmann and Martial on the wings with Bale up top and Pogba playing centre attack in midfield. So I feel like would you agree that maybe listens to my spout of absolute rubbish. But do you feel like he's wasting Bale on the wing?
I mean, maybe he's expecting him to be really fast and to cross the ball, or maybe he's just gonna do some tricks to go inside the box and like sneaky shot from edge of the box. I mean, earlier he tried mostly construct his action in the middle. Maybe now with Bale.
And he does get it away in the end.
Oh, Ajax Amsterdam, very good start for Mr. Wayland.
Wow.
So for now, you're right, the Bale on the wing didn't work. We'll see.
I don't know if you can put that down to Bale.
I think for sure it's that the change of tactics and Bale. Without Bale in the middle, they felt okay, we cannot do anything, we're gonna lose. No, but seriously, sometimes players actually listen to the commentators and they understand. Okay, maybe he's right. Maybe I made an error, like here.
Well, if anyone needs a coach out there for FIFA,
I don't know if there is
an
official FIFA coach.
I know there was one a few years back for Epsilon when Epsilon Vinch was playing in FIFA 14, but since then I haven't really seen too many coaches come out. Usually you'll just see like friends. For example, I've seen Ty Walton and Tass you know, kind of coach each other through once one of them goes out of the competition to help their teammate out. Mostly because they were part of the same organisation at the time, Dignitas. I don't know if they still would do that. They probably would do. They're still good friends. They've known each other for a long time. But it's good to see that kind of stuff. I think you would see Sean Allen and Epsilon Gorilla do that as well. They're very good friends, play FIFA and talk to each other quite a lot. We'll have to see if that continues on maybe into tomorrow. See, so maybe if Kieran and Sean find themselves.
So Chris, we already know that you're going to be the coach, but tell me which team you want to go. You want to go to PSG or West Ham? No,
Chelsea.
We don't.
When Chelsea finally get someone.
So you can be the player and the coach.
Look,
together.
I'm all for FIFA. I'm all for clubs joining FIFA eSports, but I couldn't live with myself supporting another team. It wouldn't feel right. I'd feel like I'd be betraying everything I believe in.
I mean, today you said, yeah, I'm supporting West Ham.
I never.
We have it recorded. We have it recorded. But okay, let's go back to our virtual page where Ajax Amsterdam still wins against Sporting Club de Portugal 1-0 and 20 minutes
and it's a big result this at the moment, because Kieran's probably hoping that Francisco loses this matchup, because it's one of the two who could potentially leapfrog him into that 6th place. So as it stands, Francisco obviously still on 10 points. Kieran started his last game with 11 points. So that, as it stands, as long as Francisco's not winning, but or drawing.
Even for Ajax, for the Dutch player, it's an important game, because if he wins, he won't be last. If he loses, he's last in the group stage. Come on, you lost most of the games. You are last, and you go back to Amsterdam. And what do you say? Hi, Ajax. I prefer PS4. No, that's not a good excuse when you lose in such tournament with the biggest teams.
But that would mean Legia are bottom, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, I'm supporting Legia, but what can we do? What can we do? We have some changes made by the players. So
I think they're just turning the commentary audio off so that you can hear our lovely voices a little bit clearer.
Oh, probably.
Well, your lovely voice. Mine's terrible.
Maybe we should sing something for the players. I
was going to say, of all the songs to pick, you pick that one.
I don't know, Shakira or Ricky Martin?
Give me a bit of Ricky Martin, let me hear it.
No.
Upside, inside out, living la vida loca. Start a band.
Yeah, FIFA commentator squad, the Safri duo. Okay, let's go back to Ajax versus Sporting. Di Maria, Vidal, Matuidi. Some nice passes for sure. He has some bigger confidence now when he is on the lead. And Cruz, Francisco needs to change something. Come on, you are the youngest FIFA World Cup champion. You need to do better than just top 7. Maybe now. What I love about FIFA Ultimate Team is that we don't see all the time the same mirror games like Real versus Real or Chelsea versus Chelsea when you used to play Drogba.
I think the only variation I used to see in head-to-head was when you'd see either Benzema up top or Ronaldo up top. It was someone might put Ronaldo behind Benzema, or someone might put Benzema behind Ronaldo, and that was kind of all the variation you used to see.
And here, every game is totally different. You pick your own squad. You pick your players that you think that will your team to the success.
We used to have a tournament format where we would have, so if there were like 7 maximum rounds in a FIFA tournament, you'd have to pick 7 teams.
Different teams. Oh,
yeah, and you could only play as the team once. So you could save your best team to last, but you're not guaranteed to make it to the last stage of the competition. So.
Nice.
If you were coming up against a hard fixture, you'd probably have to use your Real Madrid to make sure you had your best opportunity to win, which means that you might not have the best player going into the final. I remember we did this with the first tournament in the UK for head-to-head FIFA, which was the Gfinity Masters, and we actually had Spencer Ealing, Epsilon Gorilla. It was his first proper tournament out at land setting as he qualified online.
Oh, Matuidi! Great one for Portugal. Matuidi scores, and we have a great equalizer.
Okay, things.
Yeah, come back to Gfinity.
Yeah, so we had that going on. Obviously, they could only pick their team once to play, and he ended up with Portugal in the final, and he managed to win, I think, 6-2 overall. just because of the Ronaldo factor. But it does make for a very interesting game, and the tactics that go behind your selection in players, because you can not pick your best teams,
of course,
and it could backfire horribly for you trying to save your best ones, or you could pick all your good ones and make sure you get to a certain stage of the competition and have to risk playing with some worse ones.
That's interesting. I didn't hear about such solution. But coming back to the game, Ajax, he needs to score. If he draws 1-1, he's still last in the standings. So this is very important game for whole Netherlands and for Portugal as well. Your representatives are here in Warsaw at Legia's Warsaw Stadium during the Modicum Legia eSports Cup. And this is one of the last games that are being played for today. Now Ajax needs to do something in the offensive, and he's trying corner for Kuhn. Wayland, is he going to cross? No, short pass to Di Maria, Luka Modric, Vidal. He's having a small hockey lock, the Portuguese player, Francisco Cruz, but now he will have a chance. Matuidi, the guy that scored the beautiful screamer. Matuidi, nice run on the wing. Matuidi.
Ajax messing around with the ball in a dangerous area. Looks like Kante's laying it off to Matuidi. Martial on the ball. Just trying to do a little bit too much there, but somehow gets the ball in the end. The man goes down.
Oh my God, what's going on?
I don't think Wayland expected his man to go down and play such a part in the demise of their defence right there. As Thiago Silva has been injured. Let's see.
But there was loads of chaos in this penalty box in the previous situation, and it could cost Ajax Amsterdam conceding another goal. Cruz didn't use this situation very well, but the attempt was quite okay. Now Kante, he slowed the pace of this action.
Lovely ball. Here comes Martial, tries a shot, not going to get away though.
There should be a sneaky pass. There was a guy, another running inside the box. He could have a short pass, and there would be a great opportunity to score. 30 minutes remaining, and for now, none of them is happy with the result. Let's see, either Portuguese or Dutch player who is going to score another goal, because I'm sure that at least one goal will happen. Now,
here comes
3-on-2, Suarez. Too slow.
Right. Goes left, goes right again. Suarez can't get the shot off. Maybe should have waited till the ball had settled.
I think he should pass the ball much earlier, when there was like 3-on-2 situation. But now Ajax again, Modric to Suarez, and Matuidi intercepts the ball.
Some clapping going on over there. It looks like I can just about see a pause screen. It looks like it's 1-1 in Kieran's game. So I think his opponent is just equalised, and I think that might be against Legia Warsaw, because I think he's the only, think a lot. I think he's the only player with Ibrahimovic, and I've definitely just seen an Ibrahimovic on the screen. So,
but now chance for Ajax. Neymar inside the penalty box. Neymar, what are you going to do? A short pass.
Oh, maybe one too many, but Modric!
Oh, great one, 2-1, and you could see he's happy, he has anger, he wants to win this game.
And Whelan definitely hearing that one, hearing that Kieran Brown is not having the best of times in his match, and he said, don't worry kiddo, I've got you in the bag. This one with Modric puts him in the lead, and at this point it looks like he'll be joined by Francisco Cruz being knocked out of the competition unless he can pull back some goals and guarantee himself 3 points. I think Kieran may have just scored in his game.
But now Cruz has chance, has opportunity. Pogba once more. Pogba, are you going to score this goal? No, they knocked him out from the clear situation. And now Alba. Cruz inside the penalty box. Varane and Ajax clears the ball, but Cruz will attack. Now he needs to do everything to score the goal. Nice ball to Di Maria. He has some space on the wing. Di Maria he will respect the time because he knows that each second that passes is good for him. And Cruz needs to cut his possession. He needs to retrieve it, not like now Matuidi. But there were 4 Dutch players next to him, and he couldn't do anything. Now Pogba, Kante. Is Cruz going to equalize? To be honest, he needs 2 more goals to be thinking about tomorrow's games, because for now it seems that he will be knocked out. Matuidi, Modric, Ajax is going to be 3-1. Suarez, Vidal, and it's a goal! 3-1. I don't know how it's goal in Dutch, but he is happy. He is happy. Nice goal from Vidal. And Cohen Wayland leads 3-1. It seems that he will win his first match in our Modicum Legia eSports Cup.
First win and last matchup here at the tournament. Now, this definitely confirms that Francisco Cruz is going out with only 4 minutes left. I don't think he's going to be able to do much here.
It's impossible.
And I might sound like I'm out of breath because I've just run over to see what's going on in Kieran Brown's game. It's 2-2. Looking to be about the 70th minute probably now against Legia Warsaw's Sroka. So,
happens.
I mean, the 1 point, it depends how the other matchup goes with Sneaky, I think it was, who's on 10 points as well.
Yes, but for now he can say big thank you to Cohen Wayland because he won against Francisco Cruz and helped him to get promotion for the playoffs, for the quarterfinals. But here we are waiting for the last whistle. And I had confirmation that the next game that we will see on the main stage will be PSG against Manchester City. So August Rosenmeier against Kieran Brown, next game on the main stage. And for the Dutch player, big GG, good game. We'll have the interview quite soon, but the goals were really, really good. I mean, 2 screamers like from a long distance, and Cruz, I think he can be disappointed, we can be disappointed as well. I thought that after this many games that he played today with the weakest rival, at that point when he was starting, he would win and gain 3 points that could secure his spot for the tomorrow's playoffs. But it didn't work out. I don't know what happened, or just the Ajax representative has had so much strength in himself. He wanted to show his best, at least in this one game, and he managed to win in a nice way. So we are checking if the interview is ready. Yes, so Lothar, please ask our Dutch friend what happened in this game.
Kuhn, we just talked like a few minutes back, right? And you said you want to represent your club well, and you just did it. You won convincingly, in a convincing fashion, 3-1 against Sporting. What do you have to say?
I mean, of course I'm happy I won this game, but it's disappointing that it's only too little too late. I think I wasn't even playing better in this game than I've played in other games. Just that first goal, that's a typical example of the luck you get now in this game that you don't get in the previous games. And of course, playing on main stage gave me the extra motivation. Of course, I wanted to win for Ajax. I just couldn't let the club be on the on the 10th spot without a single win. I'm fighting. I kept on fighting for the wins, and I'm happy about that.
That's a nice spirit, that's for sure. But you have blood on your hands right now because most likely Sporting will not be advancing to day 2 because of that.
Sorry, what did you say?
You have blood on your hands because most likely Sporting will not advance to day 2 because of that.
Yeah, that's a shame, but of course,
well, that happens,
I mean,
right?
yeah, you get nothing for free, and he's a really great guy. I know him, but yeah, all the other guys are great too. So no one gets anything for free, and of course, I'm representing my club, and I just wanted to win for Ajax so badly. So yeah.
Exactly. And what can you tell me about the atmosphere? Like, this is the first time we have the invitational system, right? So do you feel it's much different from the other tournaments that you played in your career?
Wow, I mean, it is really different that we all represent the football club now. That's you know, brings something extra to the tournament. It's really special, and there's a different atmosphere in this tournament than in other tournaments. I can definitely say that.
So you would say that there's more rivalry between you?
Yeah, more rivalry, maybe some extra pressure for everyone. Some extra. I mean, there's hardly any talking going on or any joking around.
No way. No smack talk?
No, not too much. I mean, everyone's just playing their games and focusing on the games. It's just like one big day of focus and rivalry, of course.
Yeah. Well, that is really awesome to hear. The players are really focused here. When you just, you know, browse through the crowd, through the players, everyone is just focused totally on the games. That's really cool to see as well. But I'm hoping that the atmosphere will get more loose in future tournaments, because the invitations are usually the most entertaining tournaments to watch, because there's so much banter between the players and so on. For you personally, is representing Ajax something that adds adds more motivation for you?
Yeah, of course. It's the biggest motivation there is. It's even more important for me now to make the club happy and proud than just when I was just playing for myself. So of course that adds extra motivation, and that's why even though I won this game, it's still a disappointing weekend for me.
Well, hopefully you will get better in the next tournaments. Thank you very much for having you, and see you around then.
Thank you.
Now we'll be jumping to a short commercial break before we advance to the next matches.